This is Canmore in East Ayrshire, as good as any a place to start the story of the origin of the motto of the clan Cunningham, over fork over. This is Knockallan or Knockland Hill, a defensive position. Now it's known with some historical possibilities that there was a battle in these parts and that the dead are supposedly been buried down somewhere near Busby Castle in Knockentibber on the lands of Waterpark and Green Hill. The link with the clan Cunningham is that the king involved in this battle or skirmish was Malcolm III, also known as Malcolm Canmore, basically great leader. Now, his father, King Duncan, had died in battle fighting MacBeth, King MacBeth. And it's said that in this skirmish, somewhere in this area, the king basically had been defeated and was escaping towards Stewarton, getting away from his enemies as fast as he could. So we'll take up the story in Stewarton itself. This is Corsall Castle, sometimes known as Ravenscraig, standing just outside Stewarton in East Ayrshire. One of the origins of the over fork over motto is linked to a colourful story concerning Corsall Castle and the lands around. It's said that a man known as Friskin, or possibly Freskin, some versions say it was his son Malcolm, was in a barn up here forking hay with a shake fork. And all of a sudden, a man came rushing up, hotly pursued by troops, and the man himself, or Freskin, said to him, "Over fork over," and using his shake fork covered him with hay, thereby saving his life. The man he saved turned out to be none other than the son of King Duncan of Scotland, who had died in battle against MacBeth. Now, as a result of this, when Malcolm, the person he'd rescued, Prince Malcolm at the time, when he became king, King Malcolm III, known as Malcolm Canmore, the great leader, but upon becoming king, so grateful was he to Friskin, or to Malcolm, that he gave him the lands of Cunningham. Here's the Cunningham coat of arms, that is the shake fork, the motto, over fork over, at St Clumber's Parish Church at Stewarton. Three other explanations of the origin of the motto and the symbol, a shake fork being a sort of pitchfork, is that the Cunninghams were at one point masters of the king's horse. And it was a sort of pun, a sort of rebus upon their holding that post. Another explanation was that they were showing their secret allegiance to the Commons. The Commons were a family who were high in their possibilities of becoming the kings. John Balliol instead, because John Cummin was killed. So it would be a secret allegiance, even though they were following Robert the Bruce. Another explanation is that the Cunninghams were supporting Robert the Bruce at a castle at Linlithgow, and they very cunningly hid in a hay cart and then leapt out with their shake forks, attacked the troops and took the castle. And they took the symbol and the motto from that experience. Here in Stewarton, in what was the Buck's Head Tavern, the lintel above the old entrance has carved in it, over fork over, showing the importance to the local people. You could even speculate that the stone might possibly have come from Corsall Castle originally. It's quite a fine lintel and it's well carved. This is Lamberton. now known as Town Head of Lambreton. This has a link with the story of Friskin and the origins of the Over Fork Over motto, in that a totally fictitious local story, a very confused one, is that a Neil Cunningham was given these lands for having saved a king who was fighting and under duress in a battle near Canmore. So although the dates are all wrong, there may be a link in terms of the kernel of the truth of a battle having taken place involving a king in this area.